Barakata Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawahshi, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is Sacrifice or Be Sacrificed. And pretty much this is a lesson that was inspired by the video I just watched, GMS in Rome, Lions of Fire. This is the brother, I always forget his name, something. But I was watching this video, and as I was watching it, like a bunch of ideas were coming to mind. And I just wanted to commit it to video, because when things like that happens, that's a spirit. So, you want to, as we say, strike while the iron is hot. And, you got to watch this video. I put it in the description box. It's about, I think it's a little more than 13 minutes long. Very good video, very inspirational. And I suggest you watch it when you get a moment. And, pretty much is going into, do you really understand the power of his blood, the power of the blood of Yahawahshi? And we've been saying that for years, that a lot of individuals don't really understand what they're involved in. They really don't, take a second to reflect back on the importance of Yahawahshi's sacrifice, because they're too busy clout chasing. They're too busy trying to get a name for themselves, looking at this thing in the wrong light, because they came into it the wrong way. But the beautiful thing about the Lord, Yahawahshi, is that he's merciful, and he could turn an individual around, even though he might have came in under the wrong pretense. It all depends on if he's a part of the elect or not. But with that being said, let's go to the first precept. This is Romans chapter 12, because at the end of the day, when the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, he said, when you break this law, the statute, this commandment, so and so, it's such and such, you will sacrifice the blood of this animal for the atonement of a sin. Whenever sins are out there, they don't go unatoned. They're just there until until the Lord makes the person pay for what they did. So right now, there has been a kibosh put on it through the blood of Yahawahshi. And this is why we exalt those names. We praise and laud those names. We don't take this truth for granted. We try to the best of our ability to defend the gospel to the best of our ability, teach, in the 100% truth, so on and so forth. Because at the end of the day, just like you had sacrifice, animal sacrifices with the shedding of blood, it's going to come a point where if the blood of Yahawahshi hasn't covered the individual, then guess what? They will become the sacrifice in these times that are coming. So Romans 12:1 says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. Why? Because the Lord sacrificed for us, so we should be able to sacrifice for him. It says, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So this is our reasonable service, to sacrifice our body, our time for this truth. It says, and be not conformed to this world. Why? Because this world brings death. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, because the renewing of our minds brings us into a different level of thinking. And it also brings us into the ability not only to, learn the lessons for ourselves, but also for them that are coming in, so we can teach them, how to live, the pious life to the best of their ability that will please Yahawahshi. Because when the doors of mercy close, there ain't going to be no more doors open. At that point, you're going to be left on your own. And when you seek, when it's too late, there's going to be nothing there. It says that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Because the Most High, he wants perfection. Not that we're going to be perfect in the flesh. That's impossible. But as far as the doctrine is concerned, that has to be perfect.